Erica plans to purchase seed to plant grass in a large field. She has a map of the region and calculates the area of the region on paper to be 180 square centimeters. The scale on the map shows that 1 centimeter is equal to 20 feet. So they're giving us linear centimeters to linear feet, not square centimeters to square feet. So I think we're going to have to figure that out. If Erica plans to cover every 400 square feet with 1 pound of seed, approximately how many pounds of seed will she need to cover the entire field? So what we want to do is we want to figure out, well, how many square feet is the field? How many square feet is the field? And we know on her map has a map of the field, and she's on the map. It's 180 square centimeters, and they tell us that 1 centimeter is equal to 20 feet. But if this is square centimeters, then we want to convert this to square feet. So if 1 centimeter is equal to 20 feet, if we want to figure out the conversion from square centimeters to square feet, we could just square both sides of this. And what will that be? 1 squared is still 1, but now we have 1 centimeter squared. And I could write it like this, just to be clear that I took both of them to the second power, but 1 squared is just 1. And this is going to be equal, 20 squared is going to be 400 square feet. So 1 square centimeter on this map is going to be equal to 400 square feet. So how many square feet does 180 square centimeters represent? So I could write 180 centimeters squared, and we know that every centimeter squared represents 400 feet, or we can say 400 feet squared per centimeter squared. And we want the units to cancel out, so this makes sense. You have centimeters squared over centimeters squared. So the actual field is going to be 180 times 400 square feet. And that makes sense. The region on paper was 180 square centimeters. Each square centimeter is equal to 400 square feet in reality. So for each of those square centimeters, it's going to be 400 square feet. So it's 180 times 400. So this is the area in square footage of the actual field. And then they tell us we're going to use 1 pound of seed, for every 400 square feet. So let's see, the area of the entire field, let me give myself a little bit more space, and I'm not going to even multiply it out because this 400 is showing up, so this seems useful. So the area is 400 feet squared. I just wrote that. And we're going to use 1 pound of seed, for every 400 square feet. And if we look at it, the units cancel out. Square feet divided by square feet. And then we have 400 divided by 400. And we're left with 180 times 1 pound of seed, which tells us that we're going to use 180 pounds of seed, which is that choice right over there. Now, if you're under time pressure on the SAT, although I would be careful because this one is it could be a little bit confusing, but you might have said, okay, there's 180 square centimeters. Each of those square centimeters is 400 feet. This is actually the key thing that you had to realize, that not each square centimeter is not just 20 feet. It's 400 feet. So you're going to have 180 times 400 square feet for the entire field. But then each of those 400 square feet, you're going to use 1 pound of seed. So you're going to use 180 pounds of seed. So you could have done it without all of this writing, but it is helpful to write it so that you don't confuse things.